yes, welcome to the History Hunter, welcome to our small adventures with the World War II time frame. That, ladies and gentlemen, that is a Stuka. These are German World War II bombs. This is a 88mm anti-aircraft gun. And today we're going to go to a very special area. We're going to do some metal detecting around a former German World War II airfield. The Germans had several runways. They had aircraft storage in the fields. They had splinter hangars to kind of take care of their aircraft so that the Allies wouldn't get them that easy. And there were 88mm guns around there. And we are going to dig into a former munition storage area where the Germans had the huge bombs. So who knows what we can find there. If you want to help us out to reach more people, this is all you have to do. Watch the video in full. Don't skip. Absolutely each and every second of what you watch will help us out. And if you watch more of our videos, well, it's greatly appreciated. But now let's go back in time and let's find out whether this very special German World War II munition storage area has something in store for us. Welcome to the History Hunter. It is History Hunter
Eagle Eyes.
and Eagle Eyes, my son. We are out looking for the World War II history, and we're going to share with you today. We are out here just passing through this area. It's a Luftwaffe flak anti-aircraft gun position, and we are here to see if we can find traces of the past right here. That is the entrance for a German flak crew member crew shelter that is fully closed off, but the bunker is actually this hill here, and we are going to find a couple of flak positions where they had 20mm guns, and basically just going to rumble around and see if we can find something here with our metal detector. So join us and let's find the past together right now. That's what we're going to use today. We have a macro multi-cruiser metal detector, very versatile. I'm using the sniper head, tiny little coil to get in between all the roots and stuff. Eagle Eye has the pinpointer, and he has a little spade that is camouflaging there. Have some gloves, that's basically it. And what is in the ground here? Well, you'd be surprised what's in the ground. There's actually a ton of different things, so wish us luck, and off we go. That's a huge metal piece, and there are thousands of these. They look like shrapnel pieces, artillery shell pieces, mortar pieces, 20mm pieces, ammo box lids, fuses for mines and bombs and bomb fuses, bomb detonators. Oh, it's everywhere here. It's everywhere here. 70. A lot of the pieces here on the surface are actually pretty big, and that is why they sound off as they're aluminium pieces or non-ferrous pieces.
Sorry to interrupt.
So there's probably a big thing down there. You see that? Covering a big area. So again, it's about to fight with the roots. And we probably wait. There's something here. We'll probably just find iron again. Wait. There's a huge piece here. Wait, no. Wait. You don't have to. It's under here.
Iron.
Another piece of iron. Oh, that's I recognize it. This is a lid from a container which they had. What was it? Rockets or something? It's definitely a lid. I've seen that before. Eagle Eye found more in that hole. This looks like a mortar tip. This is where the fuse would be. This is the head of the mortar. Wow, a massive aluminium piece. That thing there goes, does it go all the way up here? Further? Okay, it stops here. So we'll dig out from here.
Look.
Yeah, okay, you'll dig that side, I'll dig this side.
Oh, that's
I think that could be a aluminium aircraft part actually. Wow, we got it up. What do you think it is, Eagle Eyes?
for an aircraft, maybe?
Yeah, it's definitely for an aircraft. You can see the rivets, very lightweight piece. This is some scrap that the Germans put here, and it's still here.
It's heavy, actually.
Look at the size of that thing. It's like the length of like Eagle Eyes, and there are some holes there, and the rivets. This is most definitely Luftwaffe aircraft piece, and it's just laying here. But as I said, there are many pieces here. There are aircraft pieces, bomb pieces, gun pieces from the destroyed aircraft. We even found Luftwaffe plate here in ceramics. We found a couple of dial indicators for aircraft from a Stuka. So there's a lot of things here. I realized this was just a ton of small metal fragments. That is another mortar tip. That's another mortar tip. Got something interesting here.
What is this? What is that?
That looks very much to be part of a tube that goes into the side of a German bomb. And the bomb detonator will be attached into that tube. I'm not 100% sure. It's nothing dangerous. Be careful. Don't worry. There's nothing. I think this is just a hollow tube for that. There you go. See here? It's just laying there. That is actually one that is squished inside one of the tubes. This is a bomb detonator which has been totally flattened. That's why I say the airstrip is way over there. And this is actually where I think they just dropped all the stash that was smashed and bombed to pieces by the Allies. So I'm gonna take you back to the History Hunter crib and I'll show you exactly what used to be inside this. So here are the German bombs, and if you take a close look, you can see right here and right here there's a kind of like an entry point into the bomb. This is like the lifting eye, but you have this little thing here and that here. That is places where you insert the bomb fuses. And we can take a little look here at this image here. You can see these tubes going into the bomb cavity, and then you have the fuse pockets. So the little piece that we found that you see is the piece that is kind of in the outer area of this bomb tube that goes into here, and that is where the actual bomb fuse, which we're going to take a look at a little bit later, because as you see when we kind of do a little bit more digging there, there's going to be something very interesting coming up. But this is basically where these pieces belong. Yep, so pretty cool to see that, and it's still here, absolutely still here. See here, another massive piece of iron, completely mangled and twisted, and you know, and that is what happened here. The Germans needed to dispose of the damaged pieces that the Allies, when they came in and bombed them, so they are absolutely everywhere. Do you know we have something called patron team members? Let me show you something which are the perks for the patrons. Did you know that you can become a World War II History Hunter team member, and the artifacts here could be passed on to you in this manner and fashion here by creating beautiful World War II dioramas and displays? You can be the future keeper of something very special by the history and the history hunting that we share together. Check out the link in the video description. You can click that and you can become a patron team member if you want to. Different kind of perks with for your eyes only videos, travel vlogs, restoration projects, all of that good stuff. And if you want to know more, check out the supporter videos in the beginning of each month. But now let's continue our little adventure. That is cool. So a lot of the artifacts that we find, we actually share and pass them on to our supporters. So if you want to check out that link under the video description to become a patron supporter, do so, because we don't need all of what we find. We'd rather give it away to you so you can have something special to connect with history like we do. All right, we're going to check out what this is. Turned out to be a massive steel plate. Turn around. Is there any features or any hinges? This is very typical for a heavy-duty box for munition and stuff. And there are like thousands of these, as I said. Look at that huge chunk of metal. Why is it twisted? Why is it bent? That's because it's been bombed the heck out of. And that's why the Germans disposed it here. Another one of the carrying container lids. I'm not 100% sure, but I've seen them so many times. We think they are for a special setup for carrying the 88 millimeters. Because it's definitely the right size for that. So I think it's a carrying kind of metal cog lid that they attach in the back. They flip that open, discard it, and pull out the 88mm for the flak 88s that was also around here. This thing here, maybe some of the viewers can help me, but I think it's the piece that has been shot out from a huge artillery shell. Is it from 88? 25, 50, that could be the actual charge that goes out from an 88mm. Maybe we can try and figure out what this is, but it's so heavy duty. It's not a bomb piece, it's not from the flak 20mm, and if that is 88 over there, that is actually the piece that is being fired out of the cartridge from an 88, I think. That is heavy duty. Help me out and see if that could be it, because I can see these 3 lines here. That's where it's been crimped to the casing, the brass casing of the 88 maybe perhaps, and then the rest here is just gone. So here is that little piece. I just wanted to show you something. I did some research. The flak 88s, they were around here. As I said, around the airstrip here, there were many of the flak 88s to protect the airstrip, and they were manned by these crews. And what I think is really cool, I think I actually figured out something here. So if we take this little piece here and have a look at it, it looks like it's been really, really smashed up. But what I do think is like a confirmation of, could it be apart from the back end of something like this? And then I got a measuring thing and I just put it on like this, and it's actually 80, pretty close to 88mm. And what I think it is actually one of these. So this is a shell. It's composed by the cartridge case, a primer. You have the grains of propellant powder, igniter, and the shell tip. So you see this kind of pattern here? That is what I think this is. And you can see these different patterns there. And what I think happened is this thing is completely gone, but I think this is the same as the other, crushed pieces that you saw. The Allies, they bombed the heck out of this place many times, and the flak crews, they were around trying to protect it, of course. But I think some of the munition storages, casings like this laying around in the field, and the installments where the guns were, they were hit by the Allies' bombing raids, and this exploded in the ground and just ended up being here disposed in this munition storage area, which was then a dump ground where the Germans disposed of the remnants of the bombing raids. So this is very cool. It's definitely a 88mm, and you can see these bands here, the same as here. So there you go, voila, we deciphered it, and I'm very happy for that. But let's see what more we found out there. Eagle Eye found something really cool in that hole. This little piece here doesn't look like anything. And what is that, Eagle Eyes?
Bomb detonator.
That is the top of a bomb detonator. So that is the piece that Eagle Eyes found. And how can we be sure that it belongs to what is there, a bomb detonator? Well, what if we take off that cap? Suddenly, boom, it's actually the top of one of these. But I'll get back to that. I just wanted you to see that. That is special. A little special triangular rock, about 50-60 centimeters high. What is it, guys?
Cable rock.
It is a cable rock, which actually indicates for the crews here where the cables are in the ground. And I can see it goes down there, comes up here. And I know for a fact that it goes up there to a bunker. And it also goes to the 20mm position, which is right there. So they have the communication and power supply out to the position. So it's just a rock, still here, and 60 centimeter high in concrete, very often marked on the top with something, or on the sides. I cannot make out what it says, but there is some kind of scrape here. You see that? There and there and there. Maybe it's H something. So just a cable rock, but for those of us who kind of dig into this, it's interesting because then we can follow the path of the cables in the ground actually. That metal there is very heavy duty. I think it's actually from an exhaust system from an aircraft, because I found these before. They're in such heavy duty material. It is not brass. It's like what the exhaust systems of the aircraft are made of, which is very durable, can stand a lot of heat. Got something very interesting. Is that it? I think this is actually one. This is the tube that goes into the cavity of the bomb, and this is the top of a bomb detonator. Yeah, it is. How cool. So you can see, why would there be a tube that actually enters into the bomb, the German WWII bomb? Why would that be here if it wasn't that it was bombed by the Allies? And you can see there's one of the brass connectors. There's another one. Let me see if I can clean that a little bit. That is cool. That is one bomb that the Germans never managed to bomb the Allies with. How cool. This is where history, what we find and research kind of merges together, and we can share some cool details with you. This is a piece of the tube that goes in there. You can see that piece here, the tubes there and tubes there. That is actually one of these tubes, which was basically like this. And inside here, you can actually see one of the bomb detonators still in there. So remember the bombs for the Stuka here? You can see each one of these entering here, 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 and so forth. And we have found this totally ripped apart. This was ready to go. This was an actual bomb that was supposed to be, you know, carried over to the Allies and trying to get them. It never happened, because what happened? Well, this is how the cool story kind of comes together. This was an active German WWII airfield, and the aircrafts were going back and forth to bomb the Allies, and then they came back, they were stored, and then they were supplied with new bombs in their splinter hangars or out in the fields actually, and the bomb detonators were the last to be put inside the cavity, and these are actually electronic bomb fuse. They could be in the fuse pocket inside of the bomb, and they could mix and match different type of things. And this is kind of like an electronic bomb fuse, which is kind of just a huge capacitor or whatever, and this is what made the bomb go boom whenever the Germans wanted it, in what type of fashion they needed it to be. So not all bombs just went down, hit something and boom, they could be delayed and everything, and that is what these things here did. And the cool thing is that was never used. It was ready, it was assembled, and was probably charged up, and then it was all about getting the aircraft out. But what happened? The Allied came in, they bombed the heck out of the Germans. Boom, this blew up in the middle of the field, wherever the aircraft was. And then they had to discard it afterwards to clean up the airway, the runway area and all of that. And these are the exact things that was actually inside here. This is a EAS, I think it's a 7B. And it's amazing. It's like this technical little thing. And have a look here. The German writing is still there. Kappe und Dichtungsring von Beladen entfernen. Means remove this before you kind of do anything. So also this one has the see that writing. This is a number 15, I think. And this is, they are different types. This is also 7B, and it is not that well, is it? Is that a 50? See, I'm not 100% sure. Nevertheless, how cool is this? We go out, we do the research, we find this lost munition storage and the area where the Germans threw away their trash after the bomb raids from the Allies. It never did manage to get into a German aircraft. Well, it could have been attached to an aircraft. The Allies come, boom, it's blown up and it's in the ground. How cool is that? That is what I like with history, and that is what we want to share with you. You have to go this way. This is not a dangerous item for everybody. This is not a dangerous item, just as you know that. Careful, careful. I think it's actually one more.
Yeah. It's It's hard to get it off.
Hold it down here and turn around. That is wonderful. The second
Hello.
German bomb detonator in its cavity tube. Holy pancake.
There's more.
That is also going to be cleaned up, and
I want
that
to
is a beautiful story of the Second World War, because these were meant to target some of the Allies, you know, places.
Not there.
Now they never had a chance because it's here, and the Allies actually bombed them before they managed to do that. So
The bomb there.
that is so cool. That is coming with us because we want to clean that and see how nice we can make it. Yes, the second one turned out very, very nice. You know, it takes a lot of time and effort to do what you see here. If you want to help us out to reach more locations, we have this beautiful super thanks feature, this thing here. Kind of, it's a possibility for you to help us out to put some gasoline into the tank. We greatly appreciate it, and we can go out and we can share even more interesting locations and kind of putting the dots together so you can see the story between the artifacts found, what took place there, what happened, and so forth. So thank you again for being here. Thank you to all our Patreon team members for helping us out, for all of you donating on the PayPal thing. Thank you for that. And for all of you, it's easy. If you want to help us watch the videos in full, each and every second actually counts very much. And if you watch more, you're helping us out greatly. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for watching, commenting, subscribing, giving us a thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. And we will definitely see you out there in the next one. Bye bye.